and here we are this morning with Uli Stanke from TGP. Good to see you, Uli.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good. So let us know. We worked recently with you at an event in Abu Dhabi for the GCAA.
We did indeed, yeah.
Can you tell us how that went and what it was? What
it
was
was good. That was for one of our good clients, the GCAA. So they had their annual gathering event, which is an annual event which we've done for them. And I suppose we worked together on trying to introduce an audience response kind of system to their event. They had a large number of awards to get through. I think in the HR division alone, over 80 categories. So we wanted a way to turn away from the standard come on up and shake hands, take your trophy, because if we did that for that number of categories, it would have been a long night and you could see people slouching in their chairs as we went through the awards.
So you allowed people to vote with a small keypad. Yes. That allowed people to connect with the audience.
So the client whittled it down to 4 different categories, which we kind of came across the name of the People's Awards. So it was the one area that would be determined live at the event. And even on the night itself, we had a category of best dressed. So in the time from pre-function to when they sat down for dinner, we had our hostesses pick people who they thought were the best dressed, and we loaded their details into the system, so they were instantly shortlisted and part of the show then.
So people could vote on them, and you got that kind of live engagement right away on the
and it was great
screen.
Because it was all run with a professional MC, and he ran through a couple of sample questions first with the audience to get them to know how to use the technology. And even at the beginning of the event, seeing the keypads on the desks or on the tables was something that got the audience interested. They were like, what is this? So immediately, before you do anything, they're questioning what it is and what could it be. And it was a great talking point for the MC. He used it great to get the audience's attention and keep them held in, which at an event like this, which I think we had over 500 people, is a difficult challenge to overcome sometimes at these events.
Yeah, great. We noticed that people get kind of the energy level goes up in the room when they start using it, because it's almost getting their opinion and creating.
It's letting them be part of the event. And even we saw at some tables that a round table of 10 had 10 keypads, maybe only 8 people were at that table. We saw people reaching over because they actually wanted to do it twice, because they want their voice to be heard, and especially through the anonymity of a keypad, there's no onus on them to stand up and say, here I am, which can be hard for some people.
And how was our service? How did Zamir look after you? Did he do a good job?
From start to end, it was, working in events, there's one key thing, and that's our suppliers. And there's a big difference between the ones that deliver and the ones that don't. And the guys that deliver, like Zamir and your team, they turn up, they're on time, they're ahead of time, they're calm. As the project manager on that event, I've got 2 other people under me, but I've got 100 people asking me questions. And it's annoying when those people don't realise where the importance of certain things come. And your guys were great, they were well prepared, they got my time when they needed it for a couple of minutes, and apart from that, it was seamless from start to finish.
Great, yeah, we just want to try and add to our service and keep that as good as possible. The clients, from the client's point of view, I mean, what do you think we can do as an industry to try and improve, kind of clients' understanding of technology, what they can do with it, and starting to use it? Because a lot of clients are looking at this and they're saying to themselves, yeah, but what will I do with it? I think a lot of it is how you actually use it. It's not just the technology for technology's sake. We see people giving out iPads and people don't know what to do with them. So a keypad is something very simple, but if you use it correctly, it can have a big impact.
Yeah, I agree. But whether it's an app or a multi-function interactive touchscreen device or just a simple keypad, it's important that it enhances the experience and it's on point. And there's no point, like you said, just throwing technology at things. But with our clients, what we try to do is always introduce ways that benefit their experience, which ultimately leads to a better event. But one of the big tackles, especially in the region here, can be guiding the client along what it is that you're doing, and not letting them just get lost in jargon. And if you do that, I find that they react to it better. And the other barrier is also the mention of technology. Sometimes in their head they see dollar signs and they think this is going to cost us a lot of money, which isn't true. As we progress more and more, it's getting cheaper and cheaper. And I try to work with my clients to say, well, if we invest a little bit more of your budget into something that enhances the experience, rather than spending that same budget amount at something that's very materialistic and doesn't actually enhance the experience for the user, then you'll get much better feedback after the event.
Great. Thank you, Uli from TGP. Great to talk to you today, and thanks a lot.
Thanks
Take
very
care.
much.